You could suck at sales, or you can understand sales and learn how to do it better. Raise your hand here if you love to sell. A few hands go up. Raise your hands here if you hate selling. Okay, and raise your hand if you're not going to put your hand up, whatever I ask. Yep, there's always one. And by the way, this is a hand up and this is doing me a favor, right? So I'm going to give you 100% for the next 30 minutes. You're going to give me 100%. Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Okay, great. So literally I got 30 minutes to impart 10 years of business building, over 3 businesses I've built, coaching, strategy, and a public speaking business. And what I'm going to talk about today is more technical. It's not actually the aspect of speaking and selling. It's what goes behind to get people in the room so you can convert them, or get people online to help you convert them. So it's more technical today because that's what I was asked to do, and that's what I want to do. So for those of you who saw me yesterday, it's a completely different presentation. And also what was interesting about yesterday is someone came up and said, you should have a Pony Express nightclub. And it feels like we're a little bit in a nightclub. So here we are in the first Pony Express nightclub. Did you like the drinks reception we put on at the beginning? It was good, right? So I hope you got a drink. If not, there's more for me on the way out. So my name is Elliot Kay, and I'm one of the trainers and the commercial directors at Pony Express. I run my own business called Strategic Brilliance Services. I'm also a consultant to the government, and I work with fast-growing businesses around the 100K to get them to $1 million. And I'm an author and an international speaker, and I just got back from Vegas, where I went and spoke at the Public Speaking Association, which was a lot of fun. Who's been to Vegas? Who thinks it's soulless? Thank you very much. I think it's absolutely soulless unless you're going there to drink, gamble, have sex, see strippers, or watch a show, right? And I was doing none of that, is the good news. So it was pretty boring, actually, outside of when I was speaking. My latest book, Power to Succeed, became a bestseller. Yay, thank you. And here's the thing, I'm on a mission. Who here's on a mission? Yeah, by the way, I'm a perfect dad, just saying. Yes, and I'm perfect with my imperfections. Yes, I'm on a mission. My mission is to get what I'm teaching you today and everything I do to 1 million businesses. That's my mission, because I know what strategy has done for me, for my business, for my life. And if anyone doubts who's met my wife, yeah, you'll know there's a strategy to get such a beautiful woman. Yes, so if you doubt if it works, trust me, this strategy works, all right? Recently, 8 months ago, I became a father to a beautiful young lady called Ariella. And all I'm interested in being judged on is 2 things. What father I'll be to my daughter, and what husband I'm going to be to my wife. Everything that I do, all the strategy that I implement, is all about creating the life for us, so we can have what we want in the way we want it, in the way we choose it. Is that good? Yes or no? Yes. Yeah, that's it. What? Yes or no? Yes. Thank you. So I've had up to probably a bit more now than 6,000 hours of stage time. I've done rooms of 10. I've done big rooms. I've spoken with big people. But the only thing I'm interested in really is being a great father, a great husband, and getting to 1 million businesses and more, but I'll start with 1 million, to teach you what I'm going to go through today, to teach them what I'm going to go through. Remind me who the business owners? Raise your hands nice and high. Thank you. Who's kind of at the beginning of business? It's okay if you're at the beginning. And who here just loves public speaking and they want to learn more? Great, fabulous, good, you're in the right room. Pony Express nightclub, remember that. It's a new concept, yes? Next time we will provide the drinks. I used to run a coaching company. I used to be known as the coach with the hat. And what I had to do, and what we decided to do from a strategic point of view, is I stopped coaching and I focused solely on strategy now. And I'm going to give you a taster of the system we implement, which is devised over years of absolutely falling flat on my face. Who's fallen flat on their face? Who here has failed in the past? Yes? Who here has never failed? Normally one person kind of puts their hands up. Good. So what I've done is I've collected a lot of work. So very quick story. Back in 2010, I had the best year of my life. I made loads of money, and then I did what every sensible man does, is I packed my suitcase and followed a girl to Australia. Yeah. And then in Australia, it all fell apart. I lost pretty much all my clients. I got into legal dispute with another company. The house that I bought, the flat that I bought in Cardiff. Anyone from Wales? Okay. It's cool. That will teach me to invest in Cardiff. No, I'm kidding. Right. It fell flat after the recession hit. And to add to that, the girl that I followed to Australia told me that she's more interested in working for a billionaire than being with me. So it's a big kick in the mouth. So it came to a pivot. I ended up on a cliff. I'm doing a very accelerated version. Normally I'm much more animated than this. Those who've seen me speak will know, but I don't have a lot of time. And I knew something had to change. And I came back to the UK and I started to put, why are you laughing? It's a serious moment, Hannah. I'm standing on a cliff. Yeah, what's the matter with you? Yeah, and I came back to the UK and I started to put my head down and I was determined to understand what makes big, successful businesses work. And the one thing that kept coming up was strategy. Strategy. So I started to really look, investigate, and then I got working with one of the best strategists in the UK. He became a mentor of mine. He's a really good friend of mine now. And what I've done now is I've adapted it according to the people that I work with the audience that I work with. And the predominantly is coaches, speakers, trainers, and consultants, although I do have clients outside of that. And the system that we've devised and come to has got 3 parts to it, for those who can't see them. For those who can see them, if you can't, don't worry. I will email you a copy of the slides. You just need to let us know at the end. You can have a copy of the slides. That's cool. And also you can have a copy of our blueprint, which actually explains a lot of what I'm talking about today as well, right? So it's basically into 3 different areas. You've got the heartbeat piece. You've got the blueprint piece, which is the commercial aspect of the business. Yes, it's a bit like a bouncing thing in your head going boom, boom. Yes, and then you've got the game plan, the execution. And I'm going to talk through some of them. What are the key reasons we start a business, business owners? Hello. Let's have some shout outs.
Provide us with a life.
What?
Provide us with a life and an income.
Provide us with a life and an income. So you don't have a life if you don't run a business.
A nice life.
A nice life. Okay.
Funds the nice life.
Funds the nice life. Okay. Someone told me a great formula. Was it one of you? If you want, no, it's today. If you want to know if to take on a client, high maintenance plus low fee equals no client. And for some reason you reminded me of that. I don't know why. But remember that. I don't know why you reminded me of that, but it's cool. Why else do we start a business? Freedom, flexibility. Come on, guys. Noisy table. Come on. To do what we want. Ambition. Yep. To create something. Good. Boss other people around. You do it so well.
To make a difference to others with new product or service.
To make a difference to others, absolutely. So under the Business Growth International research, they came up with 6 key reasons. Again, I'm zooming through this today. Yeah, it's because we're passionate about something. Now, is everything we're passionate about a business?
Yeah.
Good, I'm glad you said no. Is it enough to sustain yourself being passionate about something? No, it's unsustainable. Good. The other one is freedom. We want freedom, and I believe it's the freedom of choice. We want to choose what we want to do, right? The other one is money. Yeah? Who has issues with money? Raise their hands, please be honest. Yeah? Has issues about money, self-worth? Give those hands up. 3 words are going to change your life. You ready? Write these down. Get over it. Done. Yeah? Perfect. That's how you get over your money issues. The next part is time. And after that is to be of service. That's another reason, because we want to be of service in some capacity. Anik always asks this question. Is anyone here building nuclear bombs? Good. You're going to be your service to humanity, I hope. And the last part is to be less stress. We build a business because we want less stress, right? Yeah? You're like, yeah. Okay. So let's look at the reality of that. Yeah? What's the reality of business building? Stress. What else?
No money.
Long hours, no money. Something came from here? No money. Does it have to be that way? No. So here's the reality of having worked with lots of people that said typically that. And especially in the coaching, speaking, training, consulting space. In terms of monetary wise, they you know, the passion, they begin to lose it because they're burning out, because they're busy being busy. Who knows someone like that is busy being busy? You ask them what they do, they can't actually tell you, they're just busy. Yeah? You know someone like that well? Are you sitting in their seat? Yeah. Good. Time, no time, what time? They start to burn out, so you can't be of service. And of course, when you say, are you stressed? I get a very colorful answer besides, yeah, right. And the solution to this, for us, for what we do and what we teach, is this system. It gives you a broken down system which you follow and will get you the results. So it's not about me, it's about the system. And it works time and time again. It takes time. It's not an overnight fix. I never, ever sell the overnight fix. Anyone that does that, run it the other way. Yeah? Because no business building is overnight. Who would agree with that? Yeah? It's not an overnight. Even the overnight successes have either done 10 years of work or 10 months of intense work. Yeah? No such thing of an overnight success. Why is that there twice? So it's really easy to be average in business. It really is. But to be world class, you really have to have a strong strategy that you can implement and you understand, right? So the first part of the heartbeat piece of the business is your purpose, your values, your vision, which I'm not going to go into today because I want to get to the main part. But that's the heartbeat piece. Yeah? Here's some of the stuff a lot of people sell out there. And actually it's misguiding. Who's heard when you've launched a business, especially in the speaking, coaching, training space and consulting space, you just need to design your signature program. Just need to get your signature program. Have you heard that? Yeah. Okay. You just need to write a book. Get your book out there. Have you heard that? Put on an event. It's easy. Everyone will show up and buy from you. Have you heard that before? Yeah? Lots of heads going. Just do webinars. Just do webinars. It's easy. You just need to do webinars and everyone sign up for your program. Heard that before? Yes? The other one is just do live stream. Just do Periscope, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram Live. Just do live streaming. Then they will come to you. Just do Facebook ads. Pump loads of money into Facebook. Has anyone heard that before? Yeah, terrible advice. And just have a website and everyone will find you. Now, the reason I raise this is because it's misleading. Yeah? It could be that you need to do some or all of that or bits of it. But the reality is it really depends on what? Your strategy, yes. But it depends on what we call your avatar. And this is where a lot of business don't take enough time to truly research and look at who is their avatar, who is their ideal client that they want to work with. This is one of my ex-clients. We don't work together again, but we used to work together. For those you can see, she's a beautiful, beautiful woman, right? As a woman, what message does that put forward to you when you see her? What do you think? Huh? She's a model. What else?
She can sell.
She can sell. Okay, good. Huh? Confident. Good. So she was she's a coach, she's a health coach, and what she really wanted to do is work with women to be more confident. What was the problem with putting this image out there?
Because if her arms are crossed and her symmetry is asymmetrical, it gives out a mixed message.
Okay, good, mixed message. What did most women find about her? Too perfect, too good looking, intimidating. I can never be her. And she's a beautiful soul. She's such an incredible woman. Her name's Alexandra Korneva. Don't ask me how to spell that, right? And so what we really did is we really researched her ideal client and how they would respond to her. And then I'll show you what the result is after that. Anyone know this chap? Chris Hill. Have you heard of Chris Hill? BeatMyAddictions.com. Big, passionate guy, loves, just wants to get his message out there. Does anyone know someone like that? Does everything. He's really passionate about his system. Yeah, he wants to help the world be rid of addictions. The problem with someone like that is they're not grounded and they feel like they can work with everybody. Does anyone know someone that can work with everybody or thinks they can work with everybody? Dangerous. Yeah, you end up tired and broke. Yeah, so with him, again, we did a lot of research on the ideal client. I'll show you the steps we went through. Yeah, and then we formulated the offering. So what we did with Chris, once we got the feedback, once we learned what his ideal client wanted, we then created the products accordingly. Do you think it's easier to sell if there's a demand for it versus just creating something and hoping someone will buy? Yeah, and that's why I want to show you the 4 steps that we did. Is that okay? Yes or no? Yes. You can give me 100%? Yes. Am I giving you 100%? Yes. Excellent. So here are the 4 steps. Again, we can send this to you. If it doesn't quite go in now, you can have the slides and the blueprint. Yeah. First things we did with Alexandra and Alex is we analyzed the avatar. So who is their ideal client? And literally you create a profile, a persona of your ideal client. So anyone that's worked with me will know that's one of the first things I insist on. Yeah, who is your ideal client? That's everything, because you build your business, your brand, your marketing around your ideal client. Very quick way to think about it, I mean, I do it much more in depth, is who do you want to work with? Yes, who can you get results for? And who can afford you? Always have the monetary aspect. So always look at defining your avatar. Who's your ideal client? Ideal, not who you could work with, because I always get this when I sit down with clients to begin with. But I could work with this person. I could work with this person. I could do this person. Yeah? Ideal. Who's your ideal client? Yeah? And then it's researching what is your avatar's pain. What's the word? Pain. What is their pain? Because the more you understand their pain, the more you can create products to help them deal with that pain. Pain. Pain? Pain. I ain't getting no pain for. Pain. Yeah? And that's fundamental what you build your products and your offerings around. Is that. So it's really understanding the pain. I know I'm zooming through this because I just don't have a lot of time. Yeah? So, the other thing, of course, is once you understand your avatar, your ideal client, you then need to educate them how to buy from you. Yeah? And a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners forget this because you're so in love with your product, because it's so brilliant that you forget to educate them what you're about, how to buy from you, why to buy from you, what need, what demand you're serving. Yeah? I've just got a great product, got a signature program. Everybody want to buy it. Everybody want to buy it. Isn't there someone like that? Yeah, I want to buy it. I'm going 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 to buy it. It's great, great, great. Yeah? But I don't want it. Oh, I've just spent 6 months testing something that someone doesn't want. Anyone done that? Yeah? When I go back from Australia, I went into product creative overdrive. I released about 5 products in the space of 2 months because I was broke. I was desperate. Guess how many sales I had? 0. Absolutely none. Because I didn't create something that the market wanted, needed, and demanded. I just created what I thought they wanted. Yeah? One way to being broke and time poor. Yeah? So the thing is, it's about raising your profile in your industry continuously. It's about the image. It's about consistent imaging, online, offline. Otherwise, you create something like called a cognitive jump. It's a mismatch. It doesn't work. If you come and see me here today, think, wow, that's a really cool suit. Elliot looks really cool, nice colors, etc., etc. You go on my website, it looks cheap and tacky. What does that say to you? It doesn't look cheap and tacky, by the way, because the designers are at the back. They literally are, say hi, Rob and Magic. Yeah, they just happen to show up today. But you'll see, it creates a mismatch. Yeah, it does something in our mind, and we're like, ooh, maybe I don't want to work with that person. Of course, always in a factual, say what you're going to do and do it. Yeah. How many of you are fed up of broken promises from people that promise to do this for you and work with you and they don't deliver? Right, it's just bad business. Yeah. And of course, the other aspect is how can people get a taster of you? That's a key thing. Because you know what? These days, before people buy, they do something like 8 hours research on 12 different platforms on 4 different occasions. That's what tends to be now for people to spend a lot of money with you. So really think, are you 8, 12, 4 ready? Do you have 8 hours of content out there, raising your profile, doing all this, yeah, on 12 different platforms or 12 different ways where they can connect with you in 4 different ways? Think about that. So this is once we did the research. She changed her hair. She dyed her hair. I didn't tell her to. We did the research, right? Does that look slightly different? More appealing? More business-like? Yeah, but she still kept her beauty and her softness. Yeah, and then after that, she started to get more and more clients. As a result, by the time we finished working together, she'd gone from no clients to 5 clients a month. Is that good? And that all came from really doing those steps, which I'm telling you about. Yeah? The next step then, once you understand your avatar, yeah, you understand their pain, then you design your offering, then you design your product. Yeah? Because if you understand them, more likely to buy, yes or no? Would you say that? Yes or no, people?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I'm going fast, but stay with me. Yeah, 30 minutes is not a lot, especially when you're used to talking a lot. Yeah? So there's 4 different levels for that. Of course, again, this is just an example. What's your way in? What's the taster? Free to something mid-range to something more expensive to your core, to your most expensive product, right? Is this making sense? You following okay? Logical? Good. So just before, someone's just WhatsApped me. It just happens, you see? It's success sending me a message. There and then, sending me a WhatsApp going, Elliot, you're doing great. Yeah, in the Pony Express nightclub. Woohoo! Did you just WhatsApp me? No. Okay. Because she's standing there with her phone. So just checking. All right. Look, for those of you, we do have a Facebook group where I do offer resources, free resources, and you can interact. And it's called the Strategy Room if you want to join. Every day we do something else themed. So tomorrow's Reflection Thursday. Friday's Fun Friday. We do Monday's Focus. Tuesday's Q&A. We'll answer any questions about strategy. And it's just a great way to connect with some amazing people who all want to do things strategically. It's not a self-help. It's not a confidence. It's not a mindset. But it's all about strategy, yeah? So if you want to jump in there, by all means. The next step, of course, step number 3 is measuring your marketing. Once you put your offer out there, once you do things, it's really about measuring. And since getting my head around this and working closely with Rob at the back and Maciej, I've become so anal about numbers. It's unbelievable. I wake up every morning, I give my beautiful daughter Ariella a hug, we play for a little bit, yes, I do my thing, and then I look at my conversions. Yes? That's the first thing I look at. How my conversion? How's my marketing doing? Right? Because the more you're on top of it, the more you're measuring offline, online, then the more you're likely to commercialize and sell better. You can catch the leaks better. Does everyone understand that expression? Yeah? You can see what's working. But a lot of people run their marketing on hope. Does anyone know that someone that runs their marketing on hope? Hopefully it will catch on. Hopefully it will convert. Hopefully it will start working. Look at the numbers. Where are my techie people in the room? Yeah? Look at the numbers. If they're not converting, numbers don't lie. Yeah? So it's all about measuring that. And even really heart-centered people like Ollie, they still need to look at the numbers. As connected as we are with everything. Yeah? This is the practical element. So step number 3 is always measure your marketing. Right? Then you check your ROI, which I've discussed. And there's various different ways. Yeah? Your reach, your clicks, your sales, your leads, conversion, return on investment. So, if even offline, when you do talks, it's looking at things like how many are in the room, how many people wanted the slides and the blueprint, how many people came to the next level with you, what was presented. You're really looking at all the factors, yeah, that allow this. Rita and I had a session yesterday. Rita's got some incredible programs, by the way, and by all means connect with her. But we were looking at things and things weren't quite converting. So what we do, we go backwards. What's not working? Let's look at that so it can convert better. So do connect with Rita. She's got an incredible webinar and ebook. Yeah. But I said to Rita, so tell me the numbers. And her face was like. So how many people are clicking on your emails? Have you looked at Google Analytics lately? It was an interesting session, wasn't it? She kind of most of the time stood like that. Yeah. And by the way, this is my flow, this is my passion. My passion isn't numbers. But I've understood that for me to do more of my passion, I need to understand the numbers better. Does that make sense? Yeah? All right. Everyone know Ross Thornton? Yeah, Kerry, every time that picture comes out, Kerry's like, yay! Do you like Ross by any chance, Kerry? Does anyone know Ross here? Yeah? So Ross, again, she came to me, she was a coach. She came to my 2-day seminar, and she was like, you know what, I know a lot of this stuff. I'm already, I've been to loads of seminars. I'm aware of this stuff. And her thing was to coach people from unemployment back to employment originally. She had some passive income from property. What's the problem? Very much needed as a service. What's the challenge with that? That, yes. People can't pay. Even if they want to, they're worried about rent and food, right? The basics. So when we really evaluated, we looked, we did the purpose piece, we took it through the heartbeat piece, we started to look at her whole business, she actually changed the whole direction of her business. Yeah, and she launched Woman Global because she understood her ideal client versus who she could work with. Do you see what I mean? This is imperative. The more you do, the more you get this right, the quicker your business will grow. The reason the new business grew in 2 years, the one I'm talking about, the strategy one, is because we took the time to do the research into ideal client. What was their pain? We went through all these steps I'm showing you, and the business is going really quickly in 2 years. Which so much so that I'm now launching in LA in October. Because there's real need for what I'm doing, and I'm seeing the need is more and more. Yeah? So this stuff works. Can you see? Now for some of you, I know this is one-on-one. Good. Sometimes we need to hear things many times before it sinks in. Yeah? Just very quickly, there's 3 ways we could work together. I do something called the Strategy Breakthrough, which is a taster. I do something called Strategy Intensive. And then I do mentoring, which is by application only. That's how we could carry on together if you wanted to. But I'm not going to go into that now, don't worry. And then, of course, the 4th step is streamlining and scaling. But it's a circular thing. It's never ending. Yeah? How quickly do markets change these days? How quickly? Shout them out. Very quickly. Is it every 6 months? Can you measure it? But trends change like that, especially in the online world. Something that was really cool suddenly isn't. Yeah? So it's really about this continuous thing, always going back to your avatar, yes? then you're analyzing it, then you create your offering, you market it, you analyze it. It's a circular thing. It happens continuously, right? And that's, again, how you grow the business and how you create sustainability by also being agile and being able to adapt to the market's needs and demands. Yeah? What was it? I mean, who remembers MySpace? Where are they now? Right? Friends Reunited? Yeah. Someone was like, who doesn't want to admit they remember Friends Reunited? His hand almost went up. Yeah? Things happen quickly. One day, Amazon will go, something will replace it. Although Jeff is driven by that thought, so I'm not sure. One day, Facebook might go. Who knows? Yeah? But it's the ability to adapt, which will keep you, and the ability to actually, the more you analyze your avatar, the more you can foresee trends as well. Yeah? So that's the blueprint part. That's how you do the whole scaling. That's how you understand your customer. So when you're speaking, for the speakers out there, know the audience you want to speak in front of. Know their pain and make the offerings to solve that. Don't get up with you. You might be a brilliant speaker, and that's great. You'll get a round of applause. Well done. But will they buy from you? And the more you understand that, the more you're able to create your offerings accordingly. Does that make sense? Yeah? The last part of the system, very quickly, is the game plan. And this is where you execute the 5 key areas of strategy, which is marketing, sales, operations, finances, and people. Yeah? Very quickly, 101 is how people hear about you. Sales is people buying from you. Operations is what's behind the sales and marketing. Finance is what you put into the sales, marketing, and operations. And then people is what operate all of the above. Yeah? You want to grow a business, get great people on board. Yeah? Without great people, you'll be time poor and broke. And these days and age, you do not need a full-time team for you to have a team full-time. Does that make sense? You can have virtual, you can have people that contract. Yeah? It's very easy to build a team today without having to spend lots of money. Yeah? And those are the 5 key strategies. So that's where the game plan is. That's what you would review on a regular basis. Of course, it's different priorities at different times, but you've got to have your eyes on these 5 strategies, especially as you grow. Yeah. And one of the biggest one will always be marketing. Yeah, that's always going to take a big chunk of your budget, at least 10% of money that you can invest. Yeah. There's some key pain points around those areas. A lot of marketing overwhelm right now, not knowing where to market. I mean, let's think of social media alone, right? You can do Facebook, you're normal. You can do a Facebook page, a Facebook group, a Facebook Live, a Facebook story. Yeah? Facebook ads. That's just Facebook. Then you can do Instagram story. You can do promotions now on Instagram Live. Yeah? Snapchat, Periscope. What else? YouTube, huh? LinkedIn. The key is, when you know your avatar, you know which channels to put the money into. The problem is too many people do too many things because they haven't taken the time to research. I can tell you that for coaching, Facebook is brilliant. For strategy, Twitter's better. And that's from the research we've done. Because more people on Twitter will seek out things strategically. Of course, coaching can work too, but when you put them side by side, actually strategy comes up better on Twitter in terms of promotional. Anyone know Harriet? Yeah, Harriet Wiley-Cohen, again, credible woman. 1 guy, 3 women. Okay. So Harriet, when she came to work with me, she was already up and running. She was a speaker. What Harriet was challenged with was her messaging wasn't quite landing on her ideal client. So what do you get when that happens? Let's have some shout-outs. The wrong client, yes, or?
Blank faces.
Huh?
Blank faces.
Blank faces, yes. Or? No clients, or, you know those clients that kind of suck the energy out of you? They're like, energy vampires. Anyone have energy vampire clients? Yeah? So, all the hands go up. Yeah. Me! Yeah? So what we did with Harriet is we worked very much on her messaging, getting her messaging right, so when her avatar hears what she does and how she does it, it's a no-brainer. And then since then, since she's done it as a speaker, she does it online, she does it with her messaging. Since we worked on that, got very clear on that, her business has really exploded. She's one of the most book speakers at interesting talks with Matt Kendall. She's always sold out. She's got online products, offline. She speaks, once a week now, if not more. Yeah? And for her, by the way, the big purpose piece, is so she can spend time with her kids. That's her thing. That's why she does everything. Sometimes it's just about tweaking. It's not always about going back and starting again. Yeah? So that's, in essence, pretty much what I wanted to convey to you. Have you learned something? Although very quickly. Yeah? As I say, you can get a copy of the slides, and I'll also send you the blueprint, which goes into the explanation of the 4 steps, not the whole system. If it's okay, I've only got like 4 minutes. Can I just tell you how you could carry on with me a little bit more if you wanted to? The good news is that yes? Yes. The good news is you do not have to part from any money tonight. Is that good? Yes. But I'm going to tell you how you can carry on with me. Is that okay? Yes, yes or no? Yes. You're suspicious, like, well, he's not going to ask for money. Everyone's like, I want to spend money. I have my card machine just in case. But you don't need to, all right? So here's how, you heard the 3 ways we can work together. So I am running my strategy breakthrough. And strategy breakthrough is 6 hours of us getting together, and I'm going through this system that I just talked to you a lot more in depth. It won't be like me speaking this fast. Yeah, 6 hours. It's in London, of course. I'll give you the venue in a bit. And it's on the 28th, so it's next Friday, and it's 6 hours of strategic training, and we go through the system. And you will leave with something implementable, all right? Because that's my thing. I want to empower you to be strategic. I don't want you to need me. Yeah, you can carry on working with me but stuff, but I'm all about empowering you with the tools. So if you came to the 6 hours and then you came to strategy intensive and you learned the system and I never saw you again, but you applied it, my job is done. I'm happy. That's part of my million. Yeah, I'm a happy man. And that's what it's all about. So it's next Friday, 28th of July, 10 to 4 at Citadines in Holborn. We'll send you all this information. And it's about simplifying your entire business into one solid strategy. It's also aligning your product services so it goes to your avatar, yeah? And it's about refocusing what really matters. Why are you building the business? What's your big why? What's your purpose? Anyone saw my post today? I talked about it on Facebook, yeah? It's all about why you are building a business, yeah? Not your big why in life, but why you're building a business. What's your strategic purpose, right? So it's my unlimited belief in this system, 100%, and in people that keeps me going. I fundamentally believe people have unlimited potential, can get out there until they prove me otherwise. Yeah? Every person I work with I believe in until you show me otherwise. And it was my unlimited belief that got me off that cliff, got me back to the UK and turned the businesses around to be what they are today. Not only to go from broken-hearted, but to find a beautiful wife and now be a father and to build 2 businesses that supports the lifestyle we want. And that's what I'd like to share with you as well as the strategy. But if it weren't for strategy, I don't think I would have found that unlimited belief. Because I was a coach and I knew all these tools, but they weren't working. Why was I broke? Why was I losing all my clients? Because the key element for me was the strategic part. So, your investment. You want to know what it is? Do you want to know what it is? Yes or no?
Yeah.
What did I say? You're going to have to spend any money? Well, to show up to this, your investment is 6 hours of your time. That's it. That's your investment. So come to Strategy Breakthrough next Friday at Citadines in Holborn. Spend 6 hours with me. If then you want to carry on, of course there's another level. There always is another level. I just showed you there's 4 different levels, right? But to begin with, in half an hour, we probably didn't get to know each other very well, and I'd rather spend more time getting to know you and make sure I'm adding value than just having to go, right, quick sign up. Does that make sense? Yeah, so that's there for you tonight. If you want it, just at the break, because we're going to crack on with the evening, just let us know that you want the slides, the blueprint, and you want to come to Strategy Breakthrough, and we can tick it off the list, and then we'll process everything tomorrow. Did you get some value? Yes. Did you learn something? Yes. Thank you very much.